Oh my goodness, just what a game. I can't wait to see the second one. It's going to slow down a little bit as we are going to go on to Search and Destroy. And it should be, if I'm correct, Search and Destroy on Meltdown.
Yep, it is going to be S&D on Meltdown, followed by Capture the Flag on Standoff. Those are the guaranteed 3 maps that you will be seeing here in the Best of 5 series. Should it go that far, it will be Slums, Hardpoint, and Raid S&D last map. For those of you that aren't fully aware of the scores, it is currently 1-0 to Infused after that insane first matchup. That hard point was absolutely phenomenal. I really do hope the rest of the Best of 5 series carries on the way that has started us here. Search and Destroy on Meltdown is going to be the next map. The round limit for this is going to be 1 minute 30, and it is going to be first to 6 rounds, Bryce.
Oh, if you've just joined us and missed that first game, I feel bad for you because that was incredible.
You need to be watching the VODs on our YouTube channel after the event because that is going to be one to watch.
I love it. Like I said, we know the rivalry is there in these two teams, so they just went at each other. Now, we are going to slow down a little bit for the Search and Destroy, and I did see one of the best Search and Destroys I've ever seen yesterday with the Millennium Prof game, so they are no stranger to having so hard games like that. Are Prof going to come back into this now, Search and Destroy? What do you think?
Well, yesterday, of course, we saw them. They were 2-0 up against Millennium. That wasn't here on the main stage. That was on the Deserto France stream, if you guys actually went over and caught it after we finished streaming last night. That was an epic game. Me and Bryce went over and stood behind the players. Actually got the
I've never seen such a large crowd of people be so quiet.
Yeah, it was. The atmosphere was electric. It was so tense. You could have heard a pin drop. It was that close. I mean, Prophecy were 2-0 up against Millennium. They brought it back to 2-2. They were 5-3 down on last map, as I said earlier, and then they managed to bring it back. It was incredible, but I think this game is going to top that one, to be fair.
It really is. Now we are just waiting on a small break while the classes are all changed for both teams. Now, if you're unsure why they have to change all these classes, there are only 5. And with the pick 10 system, it means they've got to change things up to make sure they've got enough to counter everything they want and to change it over from the hardpoint game type we just played. They're also going to be changing them score streaks. Probably not going to have them as high as they had there.
No, I don't know. Some of them, I mean, especially if Jake can drop 40 kills, he can probably get himself a stealth chopper in Search and Destroy. Only time will tell. Who are you thinking we're going to have to be looking out for in Search and Destroy here, Bryce?
I don't know. Madcat, it was pumped this morning, and he had a great S&D last night. So I think I'd keep an eye on the Prophecy boys for this one. You know, I feel like they're going to take this S&D. I don't know why. I feel like they're a better S&D team.
Okay, I mean, Infused did actually lose their S&D in their first game yesterday as well. Prof have played very, very strong on Search and Destroy.
It's going to be close. It's so hard to tell. I mean, I would have thought that maybe Prophecy would have taken that hard point, but they didn't. So it's anyone's game right now, and I can't wait.
Oh, I just can't wait.
But there we go. If you are looking on your screen at the moment, there are the Prophecy boys. If you haven't seen them before, where on earth have you been? It is, of course, Excellence, Gunchy, Jerd, and Madcat filling in for Prophecy. And for Infused, we have Jake, Josh Bizzle, and Vintage. Both these two teams, like I said, have a little bit of a history with each other. Part of the same overarching organisation. Prophecy being an offshoot of Infused back in the day, and Infused actually bringing back a COD team.
Yeah, this is the first event that Infused have had their own outright Call of Duty team for quite some time. It's great to see them get themselves back within the Call of Duty world of esports.
Yeah, you can actually see Prophecy there on the right. They have the blue side, and Infused have the red side.
Very fitting.
Yeah. The managers are behind them, one of them being Ollie. He's the overarching manager of Prophecy, and I think that was Calvin being a coach for Infused there. Not entirely sure what he's doing there, but yes, we will be going on to Meltdown Search and Destroy. If you haven't heard of Search and Destroy before, it's going to be the first to 6.
The first to 6, we are just going to mute our speakers down in the venue just to...
Yeah, we have to do this, unfortunately, guys, because the players aren't in soundproof booths and because there are speakers right behind them. Doesn't matter so much when we've got a respawn game type because whatever we say, it takes too long for them to react. But in Search and Destroy, if we're calling out what is happening, then they won't know. Well, they will know, sorry, what is going on. So we have to make sure that, first of all, we don't start screaming and shouting, giving it away, and second of all, that the speakers have to go down.
This is going to be the second map of the EGL10 Championship here in Sheffield, brought to you by Madcats Game, Horpog, Scuff Gaming, Razor, Lime, and Rijo42. We're on board with Vintage now, kicking things off on the attack first of all, but first blood goes to Prophecy and Excellence. But the kills just being exchanged between the two teams, so that is levelling things up at 3 versus 3 now.
Certainly is now. Vintage actually going to slip back outside and just see if there's anyone going to come around just guarding this back door. That bomb is about to go down as well. 3-3 at the moment. Trophy Systems defending, making sure nothing can come in from Prophecy. Prophecy going to have to break in. Who's going to go in first? I'm going to go on board with Jerd.
Looks as if they're all going to try and penetrate from the same sort of direction here. So if one kill goes down, then they can just trade it up. Jerd and Madcat going to penetrate together through the rear.
Now I see Prof Jerd. So he's actually still on there, but Jake takes him down, but Madcat is with him. Madcat answers back in card. Vintage taking down Gunchy though. Madcat 1 versus 2. Can he pick up this kill? No! Bizzle managed to pick it up, and that is first round to Infused.
First round there does go to Infused. Bissell having a great start to that search and destroy after a fantastic end to the hard point as well. He really has carried that momentum on. He had a little bit of a dodgy start to the hard point, picked it up nicely, and he's really carrying on that through to the search and destroy here as Infused take the first round in this S&D meltdown.
So it does, but let's jump on board with Prophecy. Who would you like to watch there, Gooch?
I think we'll go on board with Gunchy. He's having a fantastic event first of all. Of course, he'll generally be using the AR, so we'll see what he can do on the right hand side. It looks as if they're heading over towards the outfield of D, and they're just going to try and get that stun, or was it an EMP that he just threw over there?
I think so. Now going to try and push forward as Gunchy trying to put shots down. This guy's been revitalised with the recent team change that he's undergone, and it just seems to be so much better now. Shining brightly once again. Put shots on, neither player willing to actually engage long enough to get a kill off. Infused Josh though picks up Madcat. He's now 2 versus 3. Advantage to Infused. Gunchy still trying to just pick off a kill here. And now it's 1 versus 2.
Oh, Gunchy needs to be making that kill. He knows exactly where Josh is, and he doesn't want to be getting pincered at any time soon. Probably thinks there's going to be another player up there, which there was.
Josh got him.
Josh took him down from the side. He just waited. I was hoping that Josh was going to come out for the straight challenge. Josh got the better of him there, jumped up around the sides and just took him down nice and easy in the back there. That was great play from him, and that extends the Infused lead now. And Prophecy, they're slipping a little bit. They were at the hard point now, currently trailing. After losing that hard point, they need to wake themselves up.
That's what I do, but let's jump back on board with Infused. And let's get on board with, I'm actually getting on board with Jake. Funny thing about Jake, if you don't know his history, he's actually called the Curse by quite a few people, and it's simply because he can't win a LAN. He comes second a lot, but he just always seems to fall at the last hurdle. He can get into a main final, but he just can't win it.
Yeah, we are on board with Jake now, who's never actually won himself an Xbox 360 tournament here at EGL. Or indeed ever. Yeah,
ever. So if he can win this one, I'm pretty sure he'll just stage dive into the crowd. But still on board with him. Let's jump on board with someone a little bit further up. Vintage looks like he's going to be the one to make a move. Trying to pinch that first kill, get the numbers advantage. Still not able to actually find anyone.
There's going to be a lot of action going down at this B bomb site area. Vintage just getting himself 50 points and destroying that trophy system, which means, of course, they will be able to throw some stunts and grenades over towards that back area. Josh getting the better of Jerd after he'd taken down Bissell. Vintage looking top middle, but Jake quick to give him some cover now. Vintage adamant there's somebody coming behind, which, of course, we know there isn't. That final player is just going to take it down. Oh, Madcat, let's get on board with Jake now as he's currently trailing in a 1 versus 2 situation. 20 seconds left on the clock on the attack. Can we be seeing the first round for Prophecy in the search and destroy go on the board now? Jake's in hunt, but he's nowhere near any of those Prof boys.
I think he's going to run out of time here.
Looks as if he is going to. Has he just seen that player come behind him? Which he did. That was excellent.
To get him.
Prof get their first round on the board and clawing themselves back into this game.
They certainly are. Now, going to go forward once again. Prof managed to answer back and picking up that one as well. They go actually taking down Jake with the Scorpion.
We have got quite a big crowd watching for this game.
There are a lot of people looking forward to this game just as much as we are. I'm actually going to flick back onto Prophecy, and I'm going to jump on board with Jerd, and let's have a quick look at the scoreboard.
Gunchy there not having the best of starts to the search and destroy, but I'm sure we'll see him pick that up as time goes on. We're going to get on board with Jerd. He's going to be sniping, make sure nobody can rush down towards that B bomb site early on. A grenade was thrown there from, I think that was Madcat as well, so that would have been double trouble if somebody tried to penetrate down onto that B bomb site. We're on board with Excellence now, so he's just going to push up down this left hand side, just trying to scout out, make the Infused players show themselves just a little bit by poking out and then dropping back in.
Yeah, on board with Excellence. Just playing it a bit slow at the moment. Both teams, neither team wanted to give away a kill, but Madcat picks up the first one on Josh. And that's going to give them the numbers advantage to Prophecy, which means they can secure this B bomb site if they can push forward just a little bit more. Now he's about to go out. No trophy system there, but it doesn't matter anyway. Mad Cat picks up another kill.
Mad Cat currently on a 4-kill streak as well, so he's doing really, really well so far. Currently trailing 2-1, 35 seconds left on that clock. Not too long for them to make their move. Jake sneaking around the back. This is going to be close, but Mad Cat quick to take him down as well. That's going to be 5 kills, but Vintage 1 versus 4. If ever there's a time to go clutch, it is right here, right now. He manages to pick up the first kill. That's Gunchy. He's going to keep Gunchy on a donut for his troubles, but Jerd going to take down Vintage at long range with the MSMC there. That's Prophecy straight back into this tied 2 apiece.
Certainly is. Prophecy not letting this one go. Could be seen to go all the way to the last round of the Search and Destroy. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. These two teams very close in terms of skill level.
Yeah, there isn't really too much between the two sides. As we saw on Hardpoint, it really was close and down to that wire. Josh, of course, still got himself the RCXD car should it get used. And Mad Cat now, for his troubles, taking himself onto 6-2 after a great start in that earlier round.
Looking at the Infused movement, how are they going to play this one? It does seem like they might be going for A. Josh not using that RCXD on this round. Might be saving it for a further one. There we go. They have actually got the first kill. Jake taking down Excellence.
Gunchy taking down Bissell, so that's going to be 3 apiece on both teams once again. 2v2, the score is currently tied, and RCXD car's flown in towards Josh. Jerd taking him down as well, because Josh had to reveal his position to try and blow up that RCXD car, and that's going to pay in Prophecy's favour now as Jake's trying to push in, takes down Gunchy, and Gunchy really not having the best of games despite having a great game so far here at EGL10.
Advantage currently to Infused. Now what are Jake and Vintage going to do? It looks like the rotation. They've actually decided to run away from Mad Cat. Don't know, I don't think they knew he was there, but they have decided, you know what, we know where he isn't. That's the B-bomb site. Oh, there we go. Jake actually picks up the kill against Mad Cat, putting Infused back in the lead once again. 3-2 currently in the Search and Destroy. 1-0 in the series score. And this is just so tight.
It really is. Really, really tight, Bryce. It is going to go down to the wire every map. I mean, it could still be a 3-0, but I think every map is going to be neck and neck. I mean, kills just being exchanged between the two teams. Always has been no sort of dominating round by either squadron. We're going to get on board with Gunchy as he tries to get himself off that donut.
Okay, let's jump on board with Gunch. I know he definitely picked up a kill.
Oh, he's picked up a kill. My apologies.
Now let's see what he can do. Nave's coming over as the Prophecy look to make that familiar push towards B. Does seem to be trying to push forward. Excellence picks up the first kill. Gunchy currently playing hook, however.
Oh, Mad Cat taking Excellence down with a trophy system.
Unfortunate there. Does happen. Let's see, Gunchy just playing hook at the moment. Let's jump on board with someone a little bit further up. Mad Cat and Jerd, either side.
Mad Cat's got to redeem himself now after that team kill.
Now Mad Cat just trying to pinch his first kill. We're going to see shots actually going down. None of them actually hitting Mad Cat, but Jerd cleans it up.
Jerd's taking down Bissell, so that's going to be 3 versus 2 in favour of Prophecy. Are they going to get that bomb down? Gunchy's on there. Mad Cat's going to push through on towards the Infused spawn, try and stop them from attacking from that area, which I'm sure will just stay in some cover. Jerd has taken down Vintage. Let's get on board with Jake. He's 1 versus 3 against Gunchy, Jerd and Mad Cat. Shots being exchanged between the two players there in this middle map area. Jake needs to go huge here to be able to pull off this 1 versus 3 as Prophecy are just wasting down that time. They know that all they need to do is stay alive. Jerd there with a sniper, quick to poke him out. 3-3 now, neck and neck.
Here comes the kill cam. We'll see exactly what Jerd just did. Pulls out the sniper, decides I'm going to use that and wait for him to pop across again. Jake not able to dodge this bullet this time. But there we go. 3-3. Oh, I'm telling you, this is going to 5-5.
Is that what you're thinking, Bryce? You're calling it?
It's got to go. Both these teams are just too close at the moment as we jump on the sticks with Infused Josh.
Here are 2 of Europeans' finest teams on the main stage here at EGL10, the Summer Championships, playing Search and Destroy on Meltdown. This is the second map in the Best of 5 series for those of you guys that have only just joined us. Where have you been? You missed a cracking hardpoint game, which Infused finally took. It was 240 to 220, roughly, give or take a few scores in the end where the players sort of knew they'd already lost. But we're on board with Josh as he's just trying to poke himself up, and he does see Excellence and gets the kill. That was good timing from Josh. Sees Gunchy but not able to take him down. 2 versus 3 in favour of Prophecy as they are currently defending.
There we go, he picks it up. Bizzle 1 versus 2.
He's already taken down. Gunchi goes for two players at
unfortunate.
the same time. Unfortunate timing there from Bissell. If he'd have stayed up top, he would have got a player in the back, and then
The
Madcat would have
tactics
had to
these
have
two
shown
teams use, have you noticed a pan, Gooch?
They're so similar.
No, there aren't. What's actually happening is Infused, being the 3 SMG lineup, you know, with Jake, Bizzle, and Josh, are actually going towards A a lot of the time. They're going inside and going in close. But if you watch, Prophecy keep pushing towards B.
Yeah,
They're using that long sight line.
Yeah, what I meant by so similar is they're playing to their strengths.
Good recovery.
Yeah,
good recovery.
I'm getting out of it.
But there we go. Prophecy once again going to that B bomb site. Like I said, I think they're preferring it simply because they've got better long-range gun skill than the Infused lineup.
Yeah, excellent, of course. Renowned for his SMGing abilities.
Now let's see. Excellence pushing forward once again. Do have Madcat going Overwatch. Very similar tactic by these guys. It looks like Gunch playing the hook once again. This is clearly a strategy they've practiced.
Excellent, still using this SMG. Tends to be going to the same sort of position because the players always seem to be set up around the same area. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe gets naded off that bomb now, but he is going to get that down. There was a nade come over, but didn't actually land anywhere near him. So Vintage takes down Gunch. Joe's going to poke out with a sniper now, but Vintage right round the back. Madcat's picking up Bissell as well. Madcat currently on a 3 kill streak in this round. Josh on the top. He's going to get taken down by Jerd. Yes, he is. What's that? 2 versus 2 now. Jake gets taken down by Excellence. It's going to be 1 versus 2 for
Excellence.
Vintage, but Excellence going huge there for Prophecy as he seals the deal and picks up that round. That's going to be 5-3 now against Infused.
Gosh, picked off the kill. Really simple. Great play there from Excellence. Managed to pick him up very quickly. And that means Prof are 1 round away from taking the second map and tying it up 1-1. And now we're going to jump on board with Infused and see if they can make that not happen. I'm actually going to go on board with Jake. I'll have a quick look at the scoreboard. At the moment, it's not too uneven over the map. Jerd doing great. Excellence also doing pretty well, but Madcat 9-4.
In comes the R6 decar from Josh. That's of course going to go and try and flush out the A bomb site before any of the players go in. He's actually just left it around the top area trying to scout it out. That's been blown up early on though by the Prophecy lineup, as they are of course just trying to hold on to this defence to win the map.
Jerd actually taking down Biz. Oh, Excellence taking down as well. 2 versus 4. This could be all over now for Infused. They don't really have the ground either.
No, they're still sort of sat back in spawn a little bit. Josh just picked up the bomb, comes head on head with Gunchi. He's going to make that kill. Not being challenged, just a little bit of pre-fire, waiting for somebody to come behind him. Nobody did though. And now they are stuck a little bit. They need to challenge up that top player. They need to try and flush out the A bomb site. And now they're going to opt to just throw in a grenade and then perhaps retreat back.
Doesn't get him.
Jerd's taken down Vintage, so this is going to be 1 versus 4 for Josh to keep his team on this map. He's taken down Gunchi, so now 1 versus 3 and only 25 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be huge for Josh as he doesn't manage to make that kill. Excellence is going to clear that game up. 6-3 to Prophecy. Despite going 2-0 down in the early stages, they managed to rally round and pick that back up.
Yeah, I did think this was going to happen. Prophecy being the stronger S&D team, plus having their nose freshly sharpened from last night playing Millennium, going all the way to 5-5 on that one. But there we go, actually, in fact, 6-3 to Prophecy, 1-1 overall. This could be an all the way out, certainly going to be no less than 4 maps.
If we just have a look at the scoreboard there, Excellence going 9-4, Jerd with an 8-4 with a plant, Madcat 9-4 as well, so big scores being put up by the Prophecy lineup. We're going to be going through onto Ray, no we're not, it's going to be Standoff capture the flag next map.
This is going to be a good map. We're going to see actually Madcat play quite defensive on this one. I've seen him do it time and time again. He just sits back and just racks up them score streaks. And especially since he's got Jerd and Excellence to send forward, I don't blame him.
No, definitely not. I mean, you can just sort of provide the support for the teammates. Gunchi, of course, will drop back a little bit. We'll always poke out the opposite side of the map to Madcat. You'll generally find 1 patrol on the left, 1 patrol on the right, and then the 2 SMGs will sort of dominate through the middle. Occasionally, 1 will flick round the back. Generally going to be Excellence as he's the more objective-orientated player, and then pull the flag away. From the Infused lineup, of course, they tend to have a 3 SMG role. Of course, Jake is generally going to be the player that will pick up an AR if there's going to be one of those switch.
Yeah, I mean, Jake's been doing that recently. It used to be a little trait of his that if he started playing badly with an SMG, he'd just pick up an AR until we started doing well again. And funny enough, it was actually quite effective in putting teams off and stuff and letting Jake get back into his flow, sort of a way of motivating himself. So now the fact he's got Josh and Bizzle who can take care of that, he actually is gravitating more towards an AR when he needs it.
Yeah, exactly, because of course they are renowned for being the 3 SMG lineup, with Vintage being the predominant AR who will always have the AR. there are maps where you will need to see a 2 AR just to try and hold it a little bit, give yourself a little bit more long range, long distance battle, and provide some more dominance in the aerial support. So that'll help them pick up the kills, but of course he'll still have his class set up to be able to run the flags where needed.
Yeah, certainly are. Still watching these two teams on main stage, Infused in the black and the red, the Prophecy boys in their grey and blue lineup. And you can see the crowd there at the front. It's actually more packed than it shows there. There are too many empty seats at the front. But it is actually very, very deep. There are a lot of players watching this, also standing around the side. Like I said, it's quite a hyped up game, this. If you are watching, thank you very much for joining us. If you wish to join in the conversation going on Twitter, the hashtag is hashtag EGL10.
Yep, and do remember to follow at EGL on the Twitter, guys. You can follow myself and Bryce as well if you wish, at Gucci and at Bryce Tacular.
We certainly can now. Here we go. Standoff, capture the flag. I believe the teams are actually still editing classes. This game's just incredibly intense. I can't call it now. I'd love to see what everybody at home is calling it. This one, what do you think, Gooch?
This particular map, this capture the flag here, I think that Prophecy will be coming out swinging. Of course, a little bit disappointed after losing the earlier. Oh, somebody in the front of the crowd there wearing the orange T-shirt just called a 3-1.
But interesting.